In this video, I will demonstrate the PID Auto Calibrate operation of the step mash and HLT controller. Before calibrating your system, please read and understand the brew system preparation in the PID Auto Calibrate section of the instruction manual before proceeding. Please note that this is a one-time calibration procedure that will not need to be repeated unless a significant change has been made to your system, such as heater wattage or batch volume. The system will boot to the MASH program selection screen. The blue buttons will be used for navigating back and forth between menus, mover cursor for function identification, and for value adjustment. The blue button will be used for menu selection, function selection, and value selection. I will navigate to the PID Auto Calibrate and select. Use the blue buttons to move the cursor to either the MASH Calibrate or the HLT Calibrate. I will select HLT Calibrate for my system, as my HLT is electric. Directly heated systems will typically have a much shorter dead time than heat exchange systems. For improved accuracy for dead time determination, two different routines are used. Use the blue buttons to move the cursor to either the direct heat for directly heated system or to the remote exchange for heat exchange systems. I will select the direct heat for my heating configuration and proceed. This is just a reminder that it may take up to 6 hours to complete this calibration. Typical calibration times are 3.5 to 4.5 hours for systems with ramp rates of 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit per minute. Press the green select button to proceed. Use the blue buttons to move the cursor to either the Run Calibration program to continue with the calibration or to return to program selection if you wish to exit this program. I will select the Run option. The control type screen will now display. Either PI or PID control will need to be selected. PI control is recommended for directly heated systems. PID control is recommended for heat exchange systems. Use the blue buttons to move the cursor to either PI or PID control. I will select PI control and proceed. Start calibration procedure will now display. Press the green select button to start the auto calibration procedure. Dead time is the first parameter to be determined for the brew system. The HLT output will turn on at a predetermined point in this process for a short period of time and then turn off. Throughout the auto cal process, the asterisk will flash to indicate the controller is operating. Once dead time is modeled, the controller will proceed to gain and time constant modeling. Brew system gain and time constant will now be modeled. The mash output will be on at 20% power throughout this process. Remember, this modeling will typically take between 3.5 to 4.5 hours to complete. Once all modeling is complete and system parameters determined, View System Responses will display. Use the blue buttons to move the cursor either to the Y to view the system responses or to the N to skip this step. I will select the View option. The dead time and time constant for your system will display in seconds. Gain will display in degrees C per percent power. You may want to record these numbers for future reference. Press the green select button to proceed to PID calculations. Here we will see I have a dead time of 25 seconds, a gain of 3.50, and a time constant of 11,400 seconds. PID settings will be calculated and saved. At this point, the PI or PID values are set for the controller, and the display will go back to the main menu. This concludes the PID Auto Calibrate demonstration.